Let's think about Elon Musk. He's a very powerful man. You might like him or dislike him, but he's powerful. He doesn't own a lot of his company. He owns a lot, but he doesn't own everything. He has a lot of debt. He has other shareholders that he's working with. He's partnered with a lot of people. So, but what gives him power is the fact that he controls it all, right? So, so this is like you buy a house. The bank loans you 80% of the money, you put in 20%, but you control the house. So you have a lot of power there. It doesn't mean the bank doesn't have power because they actually own part of the house, but you own 20% and also you control 100%. So the asset that any individual controls is a product of two pieces, two components, what you own and what you owe. That's it. Basically, what you own and what you owe. Ownership is represented by equity. Sometimes equity is split amongst multiple parties, right? We can have five owners or something, right? And then there's debt. Debt is the bank or bondholders. That's what. So basically, any asset can be broken into those two pieces: equity plus debt. So equity plus debt equals the value of the whole asset. That's how an accounting balance sheet pretty much works. So effectively, there's at that point, it's a more nuanced conversation in terms of how much debt do you want to have and what are the pros and cons of equity? Some people think that having more equity is always better. Sometimes it's not. Sometimes you'll have somebody that's very wealthy. You might have a billionaire that does a $10 million project, and people say, well, why don't you just use your own money? He says, no, I'm not going to do that. I want to use other people's money. But then when you use other people's money, there's a limitation to that too, because debt creates leverage and risk. So, because other people aren't going to let you do whatever you want to do with their money. So you have to answer to other people, things like that. So if you really want to control something, sometimes more equity might be required, even if it's a little riskier or you can't expand as quick as you want to. So that's the conversation there.